What if Goku and Vegeta remained as Vegito? How would this impact Dragon Ball Z?
No one who's seen this armor has lived to talk about it!
Okay, let's give this a shot. Goku!
Hey everybody, welcome to this week's episode of Dragon Ball Z Discussion, where we do weekly discussion about Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, and Dragon Ball GT. Today's discussion is, what if Vegeta and Goku remain fused as Vegito? How would this affect Dragon Ball Z? So a lot of people kept requesting me on making this video, and this is kind of a difficult topic because this topic requires a lot of philosophy knowledge where you have to go really depth into what's going to occur. So here I'm just going to try my best to explain how I think this would affect Dragon Ball Z if Goku and Vegeta remained as Vegito. And I also believe that it will make a very interesting storyline of how Dragon Ball Z would change if Goku and Vegeta remained fused. So at the end of the discussion, I would like for you guys to share with me what you think would have happened if Goku and Vegeta never got separated, how this would affect Dragon Ball Z, and I'm going to talk about how this will affect Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super, including the movie. So everybody, let's get right to the discussion. What if Goku and Vegeta remained as Vegito? Before we start, let's talk about how Vegito got separated. Once when they entered Majin Buu's stomach, the only reason why they got separated was because the magic that the earrings has worn off once they entered the stomach due to acid, and because of that, they got separated. Now, this discussion is, what if that never happened? How would it change Dragon Ball Z? Let's start from right here. Vegito would have gone to look for Gohan, Trunks, and Piccolo just like they originally planned. And then once when they get to where their space pod is, they will yank them out and they'll remove them from their space pod. And now Super Buu would realize that his power is changing just like it happened inside the original, and therefore he wanted to go see what the hell is happening. Once he goes inside his mind, he sees that Vegito has removed all the Z Warriors from his body, and then he'll get mad and he'll try to attack Vegito. But now the only difference here between Vegito fighting Super Buu and Goku and Vegeta fighting Super Buu is that they didn't stand a chance, because Super Buu said that they're as small as a fly and they cannot hurt him. But here we got Vegito who's fighting him, and Vegito was strong enough to even beat up Buhan as a candy. So Vegito would hold his own against Super Buu, and he would have managed to escape from Super Buu's body. Now the only thing that would change from here is that there would have been no Kid Buu, because the idea of yanking Majin Buu from his body would not occur to Vegeta. The only reason that happened was because they were really desperate. Super Buu was beating them up and Vegeta had no option, and when he saw how desperate Super Buu got once when a blast went towards Majin Buu, that's when Vegeta got the idea to yank him out to see what happened. So that idea would not occur, so Super Buu would have remained as Super Buu. Now once when they get out of his body, he will be very mad but at the same time very vulnerable, and he will be scared because he knows that he doesn't stand a chance against Vegito and that he'll try his best to absorb them. But before that could happen, Vegeta would have gone and ended his life either with a Big Bang attack or with a Kamehameha wave, and the whole Buu saga would have ended right there. Now once when that happens, Vegeta would have took the boys to Dende and he would have healed every one of them, and they would have gone to look for the Dragon Balls. Once when they find the Dragon Balls, they would have undo all the damages that Majin Buu has done and revive everyone back to life. And now that's how pretty much the Buu saga would have ended. Now let's talk about the cons of what would have happened. If this happened, we wouldn't see no Oob. The only reason why we saw Oob was because Oob is a reincarnated version of Kid Buu. But if there's no Kid Buu, there would have been no Oob. Also, Vegeta wouldn't have the respect for Goku, so we wouldn't see no respect that Vegeta gave Goku when he was fighting Kid Buu as a Super Saiyan 3. Because that was pretty much a great moment for Vegeta. He realized that, you know what, I trained my entire life, I couldn't surpass Goku. You're the best, Goku.
Make it all too clear. You're better than me, Kakarot. You are the best.
And I really had a lot of respect for Vegeta too when he said that. So we will not see that. And now the main, which is a huge con for here, is that Bulma and Chi-Chi would have a very hard time sharing husband. Like imagine that. They have to share the same person as their husband. One day he's sleeping with Bulma, the other day he's sleeping with Chi-Chi. It'll be really complicated for their life. And not to mention, Gohan, Trunks, and Goten will have to have the same father. So it'll be a very complicated life, but then they'll learn to adapt to it. But one thing I'll find interesting is to see how Vegito would adapt to sleeping with both Chi-Chi and Bulma. So that'll be something that will be a con for them. And then when it comes to the Z Warrior, they'll have to get used to this new personality person, which is Vegito. He's too cocky and he's too proud, and he's nothing like Goku or Vegeta. He's actually a mixture of them, and therefore it'll take time to get used to him, but they will get used to Vegito, and the entire Earth will have been at peace. Now moving on to the Battle of God arc. Throughout the 5-year gap, knowing Vegito, he has Goku and Vegeta's personality, he would not sit there, spend time with his family. He would have gone and trained. Most likely he would have gone to King Kai's planet. When it comes to Battle of God, Beerus would have got up. He would have talked about his prophecy about whether or not there's a such thing as Super Saiyan God, and that Whis will tell him there's 2 Saiyan who emerged to 1 Saiyan, which is named Vegito, and that he's at North Kai's planet. So Beerus would have gone to find out about the Super Saiyan God. Now here's some stuff's gonna change from right here. Once when Beerus get there, he would first ask Vegito about the Super Saiyan God, and then knowing King Kai, he would try not to tell Vegito about Beerus, but then Vegito will still find out by his cockiness, and he'll be like, who are you and stuff, and then he would like to challenge Beerus one-on-one. Now when Beerus fights Vegito, it'll be a huge difference between Super Saiyan 3 Goku fighting Beerus. When Super Saiyan 3 Goku fought Beerus, he was no match at all. Beerus pretty much embarrassed this guy. But here, Vegito's a lot more stronger than Super Saiyan 3 Goku, especially with the 5-year training gap. They would have had a lot more Zenkai power boosts, and therefore I believe Beerus would have to use around 70% to fight Vegito. This fight between those two won't end quick. It'll have blow to blow as they're almost equally matched, but now Beerus will only be using 70%, where I think Vegito will probably use 100%. Having said that, I believe Beerus will still be stronger than Vegito. Why? Because Vegito only has regular ki, where Beerus has God ki, and God ki is a lot more stronger than regular ki. So therefore, Vegito will still end up losing against Beerus, but this time Beerus will have a really hard time to end him, and he'll have a great match with Vegito. Once when Beerus wins the battle and probably knocks Vegito out, he would most likely go to Earth to find out about the Super Saiyan God and ask Gohan if he knows anything about the Super Saiyan God. And then when he comes to Earth, Gohan will be like, I don't know. You know, he'll be completely clueless. And knowing Bulma, she would invite Beerus over to come eat some food. King Kai would have warned Gohan about Beerus, so it would have been Gohan who's trying to protect the Earth from Beerus doing anything reckless, so Gohan will try and make peace around there. Bulma will invite Beerus to come eat some food. They'll all enjoy. Now here I have 2 endings of how this could end. The first ending is, once when Vegito gets out, he'll want to go right back to Earth to see what's happening, to see if everyone's okay, and Beerus would have a good time and drop this prophecy of a Super Saiyan God. And since there's no Majin Buu, Beerus going to lose his temper over in Pudding Cup. And therefore, he would have gone and left Earth and said bye to everyone and come again after a couple more years to eat their food again. Now the second ending is that once when Vegito comes to Earth, knowing Vegito he's really cocky and has a lot of pride inside him, he would like to have a rematch with Beerus, but this time he would like to do it precautionally, as in he wants to be prepared and he wants to know what is this Super Saiyan God. So I think the same thing will happen inside Battle of God. They're going to use Shenron to tell them what is a Super Saiyan God. Once when they summon Shenron, Shenron will tell them that you need 5 Saiyans to power 1 Saiyan up, and that's how you achieve Super Saiyan God. And now they'll be all in a little pickle because Goku and Vegeta are 1 Saiyan, then you got Goten, Trunks, Gohan, and Pan, which is inside Vidal's stomach. So that's only equals 4 Saiyans. They still want more. So having said that, when they say you need 1 more Saiyan to power up, Beerus will be really ticked that I want to see a Saiyan God. So most likely, they would have asked King Kai to help locate where Tarbell is. Since Tarbell was meant inside Battle of God, I believe we could say that he is canon. Yes, if that ever came down, they would have gone and looked for Tarbell. Since Goku and Vegeta are fused as one being, I believe Goku's instant transmission could sense farther beyond what he could do before, and with King Kai's help, he would have gone and looked for Tarbell. So I believe Tarbell would have been the one to help them transform into a Super Saiyan God. He would have been the one to power them up. So once when they bring Tarbell, they all would have sit there to power him up, and then that's where Vegeta would have achieved Super Saiyan God. Now when Vegeta achieves Super Saiyan God, the fight with him and Beerus will be actually an easy fight for Vegito, because Beerus was using 70% to fight Super Saiyan God Goku, where Goku was using 80%, and that's just Goku. Now this is Vegeta we're talking about, with God Ki flowing through his veins. He would probably have a big match with Beerus, and I believe Beerus will go 100%, so Vegeta would have beaten Beerus with the Super Saiyan God transformation. Once when he beats Beerus, Whis would have took Beerus away and said goodbye. Thanks again for sharing your food, and he would have left since Whis is such a peaceful guy, and Beerus' wish would have been fulfilled of fighting a Super Saiyan God. Now we have no idea if Vegeta will be stronger than Beerus, but in my opinion, I think he would be strong. Now when it comes to Vegito, this guy would have been known as the strongest being in the universe, but I still believe he's not stronger than Whis. I believe that Whis will still be a little bit more stronger than Vegito, but by the time Revival of F happens, when Vegito continues to train, he would eventually adapt to Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, where he uses Super Saiyan God form to master it and achieve Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. So by the time that happens, I believe Vegito's Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan form will be stronger than Whis. And when Frieza comes, Vegito will easily end Frieza's life. Most likely he doesn't have to transform to a Super Saiyan. His base form will be enough to beat Frieza, and then therefore the Earth will remain at peace, and Vegeta would have been known as the most strongest being in the universe. And that's how this would affect Dragon Ball Z if you go from ending 2. So there could be 2 endings of how this could happen. One is with the Super Saiyan God ending, or the other one is with no Super Saiyan God ending. That was all today, people. Let me know your thoughts about this and what you think would have happened if Vegito stayed as Vegito. He never got separated. How would this change Dragon Ball Z, and how you think this would affect all the timeline? This discussion is all based on my opinion, and I believe Vegito would be stronger than Beerus if he achieves Super Saiyan God. And if he achieves Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, my opinion, I believe he will be stronger than Whis. That is all for today, people. If there's anything like what discussion where we talk about, please drop me a like. That would be amazing. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. I would really appreciate it. I'm Goku T23. Have an insane day, people.
Volt weapon. Deploy.